Treasure Mountain is a dwarf placement game where you are in charge of a clan of dwarves who are trying to curry favor with the king. To that end, you mine deeper into the mountains, collecting gold and gems to show the king and bring to market. You have to be careful though, here there be dragons, and if you anger them, they will capture your dwarves and steal your money. We had a chance to play through the game, and have come up with 5 things we liked and 1 thing we didn't. So, let's delve into the mountain. There are a number of actions in Treasure Mountain which allow all players to do the action, while giving the player who activated it a special bonus. These actions really force you to think about when you activate them, since you want to get the most benefit out of them while others get the least. This is particularly prevalent with the Dwarf King action space, since it gives any of the players who can fulfill the king's demands points without costing the players anything. You would usually strive to activate the space when no other player is able to fulfill any of the demands, allowing you to gain points without giving them to any of the other players.
As with many worker placement games, Treasure Mountain features a shared set of action spaces on which you can place your workers. However, this one also features a personal element, which is your mine. As you build out your mine and acquire gems from it, you can make all of the decisions regarding that mine. Do you want emeralds, or do you want rubies? Do you want special tiles, or do you want to focus on the core aspect of acquiring new gems? These are all personal decisions, and no one can ever mess with your mine. They might be able to take advantage when your mine is empty, but they can't actually remove tiles from it, which is a very, very nice feeling.
Another thing that we really liked about Treasure Mountain is the bumping mechanic. The way this works is that dwarves who are more senior and thus have longer beards are able to bump the workers with shorter beards off of their action spaces. The bumped workers will then be placed after the action activated by the bumping dwarf is fully resolved. This gives the players a great way to interact and adds a lot of dynamism to the game itself and lets you do a lot of different actions even if they've already been taken, but also makes you really think about when and where you place the dwarves based on their power.
One of the biggest strengths of August Games' other offerings, and this is no exception, is that each thing that you can do, each thing that scores points, has a very clear value, based on the endgame scoring cards, as well as based on the calculations that you can see on the accessible actions in the game. It's very easy to determine what corresponds to what. How many gems is a single coin worth? How many beer barrels is a single coin worth? These calculations are very easy to make, which means it's very easy to assess your strategy on the fly and determine whether you need to make a particular action, or whether it's not worth your time. This in turn makes the game easy to comprehend and just more enjoyable.
Another thing that I'm always a fan of in games is the production value, and Treasure Mountain does not skimp on that. All of the meeples are great. I love the fact that they are screen printed on with the numbers, so you don't have to use any stickers or anything else. The gems are beautiful and they have a really good feel to them, and just all the components in there are extremely high quality and very fun to play with.
While the idea of dwarves delving too greedily and too deep in angering a dragon is as old as Tolkien himself, in this game it feels unfortunately not terribly well integrated. There is a dragon and you can anger it, but it's inconsistent. You have to roll in order to move the dragon track, and then once the dragon is angered, you have to roll to fight the dragon. While you can acquire some mitigation in the form of axes, those are relatively hard or expensive to acquire, and the whole thing just feels extraneous. While I can't say for certain, it might be nice to bring down the variance a little bit by making the dragon always advance if you use one of its spaces, and then also decreasing the variability in the die rolls when you do eventually fight the dragon.
All in all, this game is a lot of fun. It's a worker placement game that has a lot of player interaction, a great theme, and is also very well balanced. If you'd like to learn more about the game, check out our podcast about it at dragonsdemize.com. We hope that you enjoyed this look at the 5 things we liked about Treasure Mountain and the 1 thing we didn't. As always, we would like to thank our Patreon patrons, Hunter, Casey, Carissa, and Sam, for supporting us at the Great Worm level. We really appreciate it, and it helps make our videos, podcasts, and Twitch streams possible. For more videos like these from Dragons Demize, be sure to click that subscribe button and ring the bell so you can get notified whenever we post new videos.